Hello everybody, I'm back again. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Singer Stylist. It's a computerized sewing machine. It's working really much better than it was. I had a lady had called me and said it was acting kind of sluggish, and she cleaned it but couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Well, I went ahead and I went inside and took a look, and just to give it a good once over, and I saw is a little black piece of thread wrapped around the bottom of the inside of the bottom casing. Okay, you take the casing out, and there's a metal casing which is underneath, and then this was inside the bottom. I could almost see it, but I couldn't get it worked out because it's hard to get tweezers down underneath those things because they're it's a top feed. So I went ahead and I proceeded to reverse the sewing machine by hand with the machine unplugged, because it's a computerized sewing machine. You don't want to be trying to do that when the machine is plugged in, because it messes up the computer. We don't want to mess up the computer. We want to make this machine a happy machine. So I took out the little black piece, and then I found a little white chunk of stuff stuck into the gear, which then that would slow the machine down greatly. Took it out, found a bunch of little dust bunnies all over the place in there, and I got rid of that, got rid of all that stuff. And I was going to go over this machine with you from what I can understand about it. Well, this is the part that's a computer part right here. And this is to move your pattern, to all these different numbers at the bottom, so you can make different patterns. So like your pattern selector, okay? And this here is, like indicators, like if you want to make it wide or if not so wide, or you want to make it long, for your length. And up here is your rewinder for your rewinding your bobbins to fill them up. And this is your, right here, if I put a hand right behind it, this is one of these, you're standing up, and it's for your spool. So it's a spool holder. Then you have your spool holder. You have your thread going this way, and it comes this way around the machine. I'm going to show you how to thread it. Hook it into this little lever here, or actually like a hook. And then you come around this little hooky area right there and hook it across here. And then right here is a piece of metal, which is like your tension thing, like your, most tensions have a spring. Well, this one has a little piece of metal. You make sure it's hooked in there. You come down here and you notice that there's arrows telling you what to do. One, it says 1, then there's 2. And down here it'd say 3, and you come back up here on this side and then around, and there's 4. Around this little hook up, your intake button, or not button, but intake hook. It comes up and it pulls the thread from the top down to here into there. Then there's like a hook, and then your needle, which I have the needle down at this time. Okay, because it was getting ready to travel, but I realized I deleted my first button, or first video, which I didn't know I did. Anyway, I just moved it in the highest position, okay? And this is like a top feed. It's underneath, but it's not like in the bottom down here. It's up here. So it feeds from here, and it kind of like the thread comes around and goes back up this way. When the bottom feeder comes in, it kind of, and down in here, it goes down and grabs it and pulls it back up and then back into there. Anyway, I was going to let you guys hear this, but let's talk about some of the buttons. This one is called an auto tensioner. Okay, see, I don't know if you can see that auto. And it sometimes will change its own tension. Sometimes it might not, and you have to do it yourself if you want to use heavier material. Come down here. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It looks like it's a lock. I'm not really sure. I don't have the book, so I can't tell you what that exactly does. Then here is your needle position, which I like mine in the center. And this button is really cool because I have this on my brother, and this is actually a Singer. And where you don't want to use the presser foot, you can push this little button and you can make the machine go, and then when you're done, you hit stop and it stops. It's just like, your presser foot's up on top, it's at the bottom, which is kind of neat. And then this is your, like my machine, it has like a rabbit here and a turtle on this side. Well, it kind of shows you the increase and decrease, how fast you want it. I usually like mine in the center. It's easier to handle. I don't like it too far this way, and I don't like it so slow it makes me go crazy. Okay. And then I want to show you a little feature it has. Most of these new sewing machines have this little cutter that cuts your thread, which is really nice. This one actually does have a walking foot. Someone had put it on. I had cleaned her sewing machine. She's going to be able to pick it up today. And here is my little sticker that I put on. It says Affordable Sewing Machine Care. My phone number and my my date that I had cleaned it. Okay, so we're going to come back around this way where we have the presser foot plugged in, and we have the power button over here, and the little turn on button is right here. Figure out popping it. There we go. It turned on. Now you can hear the machine's adjusting, getting it ready. And then over here, so I could just get this to angle right. You can see I like that number. I'm going to go higher here. See, it says 2.5. That means the stitching is really small. I like to go a little higher than that, so I'll make mine about a 4. Sometimes you go to 5. I think some go to 5. But anyway, I go to 4. That makes this thing run a little faster so you can, actually see it. And I can get my foot on the presser foot. Okay, and then we get to go. There you go. And then we pick up the foot from here on this side and this around like this so I can get it turned around so I can show you what it's doing. Down. Okay. And then you pick this up, and it's sewing. Awesome. See how good it's sewing? If that thread was on the bottom, it would cause the thread on the bottom to act funny like your tension's messing up. But sometimes thread and little dust bunnies can do the same thing on these computerized sewing machines. So you think it's the tension, and finding out it's not the tension. It's actually a dust bunny, a piece of thread just stuck in some weird place. But it's good to know that you can actually adjust your machine without having to do any major things. It just needs to get the dang little threads out and all those little dust bunnies, because these machines are a little bit sensible. And it does have like these little eyes inside. It tells you, like, sometimes you'll see errors come up. And it was because maybe some of the, like I cleaned a lot of the little bunnies off of those little sensors. And there's lots of sensors. There's nothing in there. I checked it all out. It was a little dry up in this area here, which I had a little bit of oil. But you could take these off and take a look. And there's like a little lever here, this pack lever here, and then there's another section over on this side that shows you where it comes through. It was a little dry there, and it made a kind of a scrunchy noise, which is not good. So I added a little bit of oil there, and that went away. I was really happy. So other than that, overall, if I ever wanted a Singer sewing machine, this would be a really good Singer sewing machine to use, because it has all kinds of opportunities on it, and you can do all kinds of really awesome patterns. Anyway, but this machine is ready for pickup, and I hope and pray the woman will enjoy her machine, because now it's running beautifully. Have a blessed day, and keep following me on Facebook or on Google or wherever you want to follow me at. And I enjoy your day and have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.